you like this hat? Well, I hope you do, because you can buy this here at https / watching Walford shop4wall.com. And yes, if you want to rock a bucket hat like me, you can. And yes, this is, and quickly just change it to the fade. This is the modern podcast. Nearly said classic. You're not catching me slipping up. And we're going to cover all the storylines and takeaways from week 32 of 2026. All the episodes from the 3rd of the 8th all the way to the 6th of the 8th. Now I'm joined, of course, by the man himself. Any more words I can give him? Lay sex god. The man of 1,000 holds. Old Ash drinking the sippy cup. Let's go. And
Which you can also buy from the merch store.
yeah, there you go. It's on the screen now. There you go.
Also bought a baseball cap. That's on the way. We're truly... See, the issue is somehow, and I don't know how or why or what cosmic forces are working against me, but somehow seeing Piggy in the double denim bucket hat, part of me's like, I could do that as well. I could rock that. But I'll settle for a baseball cap, you know. Someone's got to be serious. Someone's got to be taken seriously. And unfortunately for the rest of you, that's me.
Yeah, the lackeys are not doing good. If you don't know, the lackeys is what Ash called me and Luke, so that's what I'm going to be referred to now as the lackey. But yeah, if you want to rock this, you can. Yeah, you can rock
Do the
it if you
bitch
want.
work.
But also I just want to say it's high quality. It's high quality. Finest quality.
To be fair, I was quite worried about the embroidered stuff, right? Because obviously it is getting like stitched in. Like the logo's fully stitched in, by the way. It's not just printed on; it's fully embroidered. Which, you know, some people kind of, it's like you see it in football, right? Where some people, some football shirts have the badge just printed on. And a lot of people just think that looks shit because you kind of want it embroidered on. You want it stitched on because it's a physical badge. And that being like the Watching Walford badge in a way, it embroidered actually looks sick. So I was quite worried about it. Like I said, I was worried about the sippy cup quality. I was worried about the denim hat quality. Honestly, I'm blown away. It is actually really good quality. So fair play. Buy the merch.
There you go. There you go. Look at that.
But yeah, like I'm shocked by it. I don't know why. My expectations were quite low, but because we didn't really want to spend a shitload of money buying samples, we just kind of had to go like, let's just try it and see if it works. If it doesn't, we'll apologize and give all the money back. But no, I think all of it genuinely looks quite cool. So yeah, buy the merch.
I don't know if I'll buy a t-shirt. I can't really buy a hoodie because they only go up to 2XL, and unless you just buy a different hoodie, like a non-zip up hoodie that I can wear.
Yeah.
We'll probably set that up off camera and we'll try and do something cool for it if you don't mind. If you don't mind helping me, because I would generally wear a hoodie, but I can't wear a zip up hoodie because look at the fucking size of me. If I wear a zip up hoodie, I'm going to look like Dumbo the clown, like.
For some reason, I'd imagine. Would a zip up not do the business for you, or does it just have to be the big full pullover?
I prefer a pullover, because a zip up I would have to wear like a Hawaiian shirt during the summer where it would have to be open all times. And given my stature, I don't want to be like those. Just gonna say grotesque. They're not really grotesque. They're lovely people. Those fuckers who you see with the belly hanging out, like walking around your local store. Which my belly does hang out sometimes, but I try and hide it because I don't want people to be like, "Look at the state of this fucker."
The old like in the old fat person, like the old like t-shirt move. Of course, has to be done sometimes. Has to be done.
It's why when I wear these vests, I typically have to try and get a shirt that covers it, because these vests, if I lift my arms up, no, good heavens,
Start showing off the midriff.
yeah, the flash of me high and mighty's like not good. It's not a good look for anyone. But yeah, I do recommend people buy the merch because it helps us, it helps you, and you get to be a cool fucker. And if you want to be shouted out,
Honestly, I'll be real. I used to think the logo was shit. When we first got the logo, well, the old logo was shit. That was garbage because I made it. But then when Piggy got it commissioned, I was like, meh, I don't know if I really feel this. But then through time, it has grown on me. So as I said
Definitely.
before, anytime I see the merch, I just get super excited about it. It's like, yeah.
Look at that, and you too can wear this. I'm gonna try and make the hoodie sort of like my Daredevil hoodie. So that's what I kind of want to do. That's just up to me. Um,
I
yeah,
don't know what that means. But
I'll
yeah,
show you
enough
afterwards.
merch plugging. Let's start on the actual show, please.
No, no, fuck that. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna plug the merch for 50 minutes.
We're gonna spend more time talking about the merch than we are the show this week.
That's true because the merch is better than the show. Um, so yeah, what are the topics? I don't know why I did. I went to I'm talking to the man in the prison immediately, but the topics are I'm talking to the man in prison, which is obviously grey, but I'm asking him to change his ways, but he's sadly not. He's still a hypocrite. Then we have Ross the hypocrite, and then we have Peter in the corner chair, which YouTube wouldn't like it if we bought cook chair. But if you want a cook chair, we can get a few cook chairs made for everyone at home who likes to be a cook. What do you think, Ash? Is that our next?
Go show up in your room when you least expect it.
It's just me sat in the corner. So you're not giving good technique there, lad. You're not giving good technique. You're supposed to give it the 1, 2, 3, not the 1, 2. Hoo! You know, come on, like. Yeah, there you go. And then we have Max and Priya's affair exposed, and then thoughts, awards, and membership shoutouts, and then the outro. So, without further ado, I'm talking to the man in prison.
Why have I just seen Big John and Budgie Smugglers? Real question.
Oh,
That's what I get for looking at fucking Twitter on the podcast.
editor,
There's just so much of him. There's just so much to see.
editor, flash this up on screen.
That that shows me for getting distracted.
Well, yeah, I'm
Sometimes
talking to the
just play
man in prison.
solitaire instead.
No, I'd prefer if Big John was in this prison, to be honest. But he's not in this prison.
I prefer if nobody was in this prison,
I do
so he
love Big.
wouldn't have to go there.
Isn't Big John? Side note, isn't Big John losing all the weight?
He is losing the weight. He is becoming. Well, I would say skinny John, but he's not there yet. But he is losing the weight.
Bash. Gotta give everyone
Exactly.
a bash. But yeah. So I'm talking to the man in prison. So who is it? Well, obviously Gray has been in Sheila's ears, like fucking, fucking go on. Go on, son. Get her away. Get her away from that fucking pathetic bitch. Go on. Really hitting the Anthony Trubin lines from yesteryears. That fucking bitch. And yeah, he's basically went, Sheila, I really want to see Jordan. I really want to see him. And Sheila's like, I can't really do that, Gray. I can't really do that. Which, obviously, for obvious reasons, he killed 3 people. And then Chelsea goes, I'm nipping to the shop. Will you take care of him? Or, well, she's going to see her ma. But she goes to see her ma, and Sheila has a test run with Jordan where she's like, right, I'm going to buy you some sweets. Won't say anything. Obviously, Jordan is 5. He's like, oh, fucking, yeah, Smarties. Let's fucking go, son. Love these Smarties. And then obviously they lied
Smarties
to
are shit.
Chelsea. What'd you say?
I said Smarties are shit.
When you're a 5-year-old, they're the best thing in the world. Were you Gordon Ramsay when your ma cooked food when you were a kid? This fucking
No,
meat is
I was
raw.
Jamie Oliver. I don't want turkey Twizzlers, Mum. Fucking hell. How about salad? No, of course not.
Fuck you, Jamie Oliver. Ruining food across UK.
Food doesn't taste the same after Jamie Oliver ruined cooking.
He did, yeah, he did.
Look at all these fucking poor people. What, they're eating shit? Yes, Jamie, because the horrendous food is the cheapest, and eating healthy is pricey. What, eating all this shit? What's wrong with you? Look, Jamie, we can't fucking afford it. What do you want from us? Fuck you. Like, oh yeah, cheers, Jamie. Oh wait, all the food tastes shit now. Yeah, it does. Sound. Cheers, guys.
I want Britain to be fat again. How about that? Let me make Britain fat again.
Piggy's winning the battle by himself.
I'm half of Ireland combined. I I border between two counties, between Kildare and fucking Dublin. That's what I do. That's a reference where one, I think it's Michael Sharp who lives in Ireland, where he goes, I get that, I get that. But yeah, as I was saying, so she brings her the next day. Chelsea goes, I'll be back in a few minutes, back in a jiffy, as some people would say. And I think she goes back to see her ma, and feels like
I suppose as like a smaller side, Patrick arrives back, and Patrick and Denise have like they do have quite a nice talk where Patrick's obviously like, "Why the fuck didn't you tell me? I would have come back." But Denise is like, "Nah." But then it's just a nice like reassuring thing because Patrick is the dad that Denise wanted, really, not by blood but by action. So it's very sweet, very wholesome, of course. But yeah, just that I had some nice stuff. It's kind of outweighed by everything else that goes on.
so Sheila goes, Jordan, shut up. Are you ready to see this man? And obviously Jordan's like, hey mum, we said don't talk to strangers. He's not a stranger, Jordan. And obviously they bring him to the prison. Now he's not in the prison, but they go bring him to the prison to see his dad, Gray Atkins. And Gray is like, hello Jordan. And obviously now, as a 5-year-old, put yourself in these shoes. If you don't know your dad is a horrendous person, and you're brought to the prison to see your dad, you're not going to know who the fuck he is. You're going to go,
No,
mother, why have you taken me to see this weird man? Is
I Jordan genuinely has no clue who he is, which is a good thing because obviously I highly doubt Chelsea's talking about Gray. Until the only story she's telling is about the boogeyman who nearly ruined her life. Like that's it. That's the only story
well,
she's telling.
unless she has a spit sock that she spits into every time Gray's mentioned, and she does it like every Tuesday. I don't know. Every Tuesday, fucking hate Gray. Doing that into a sock. But yeah, no, and then Greg goes, and then she was like, I'm fucking out of here, son. See you later.
It's a thing where you can tell. This is where we finally get Gray. Well, obviously we got Gray being Gray with the scenes with Ian, but you can tell that Gray has decided he's gonna try and drip feed poison into Jordan's ear necessarily. He's gonna say, "Oh well, your mummy's not good, but when you live with Sheila, it's all gonna be fine. You're gonna get to see me a ton." And Sheila's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, chill out. One step at a time." And yeah, so, but Jordan isn't told that Gray is his dad, but they do have a relatively nice time. And then Jordan is once again set where he has to lie about it. And how well does he do? He probably did better than I would have done as a kid. Let's be real,
I mean, yeah, man, we would have done a
mate.
terrible
Even now,
job.
I've not got any poker face. It's outrageous.
I don't have a poker face. Can you remember when I put butter on your fridge and you went, who put butter on my fridge? I'm like, no, I didn't do it. I didn't do it, Ash. Like, I know it was you, Pig. Stop putting the butter on the fucking fridge.
Nobody else is in this fucking house right now.
Wasn't me. But and also there's this giant blonde lady. Well, not giant, probably about 5'7". She's taller than Sheila at least. There's this giant old blonde woman. Who could this be? Well, it's Kathy. I don't know who the fuck you would expect other than giant blonde woman. Who the fuck could it be? Who's a bit older? But yeah, it's Kathy, and she's like, "All right, just here to see my son, filling out some forms," and then and then Sheila doesn't expect that this is Kathy. I know she doesn't like literally know what she looks
But
like.
she doesn't know. Well, she does. She literally had like tea with her when they were planning Ian's appeal,
Yeah, but
but she just missed her.
yeah, and then they go back, and then obviously Jordan's like, "Mommy, I went to see the man in the park," or well, a man somewhere, and Sheila goes, "Man in the park, man in the park." Fucking shut up. And then Kathy bangs on the door, going, "Look, I know you don't want to hear from me. She was in prison with Jordan, seeing Grey." And then Chelsea comes in and goes, "Jordan, play with your toys." "I don't want to play with your toys. I don't want to play with your fucking toys." and then immediately backhands her. And now, after being backhanded, Sheila goes, I'm stealing your kid next week. How about that? How about you eat those fucking apples, son? And yeah,
I,
bit of an
it's such a
unreasonable response.
bizarre. I understand the idea that Gray has kind of proceeded to like gaslight Sheila and try and once again drip poison into her ear, and he's very manipulative and very smart because that is kind of Gray's whole MO. But it is really ridiculous that because Chelsea essentially says, "You will never see my son again." Not seeing that man. That man was a murderer. He killed 3 people. He was going to kill me. But because Sheila gets slapped, she decides that Chelsea's like in the wrong. It's like you still killed 3 people. Like it good. I get that some people have that little like the what am I trying to say? They what when it comes to Gray, maybe her eyes like glaze over where it's like, he wasn't all that bad. He has that little soft spot for Gray, of course. And maybe she's like, what went wrong? But so she then calls Gray and then goes, yeah, we're gonna make her pay. Essentially acting as if she's unreasonable, which is obviously, it's just ridiculous, isn't it? Like I get it. He's your grandson, but he murdered 3 people, for fuck's sake. And you're like, yeah, but Chelsea slapped me, so she's just as bad. I don't know about that one, Chief. I think it's quite reasonable to be upset that the grandma who you've not really known. I guess Sheila does feel slightly aggrieved that, Sheila has been providing the money as well, so she kind of has Chelsea has kind of been using Sheila for the money. But also, I mean, I think it's quite reasonable to be outraged that the granny who you started to trust and is allowed to spend time with your what the fuck am I trying to say?
Your grandson.
I feel like Chelsea is super reasonable for being upset that Sheila, who she barely knows, has taken her son to see her serial killer dad. But I don't know. Yeah, it is what it is. I got nothing. And then I suppose at the end we do get some nice scenes where Chelsea and Jordan start to. Chelsea kind of talks her through it, like, look, he's not a good man. He's a bad man. He did bad things. Obviously, not telling the things because kid doesn't need to know those bad things. I just want to say, I think the actor they chose for this role, I think he's pretty I think he's pretty good. I think he's a pretty good actor, all things considered. There was a level of him genuinely being conflicted about whether to tell the truth or not. I thought it was real good. So fair play.
Obviously not as good as Albie's actor. Mama. Yeah,
Like at that age, I didn't even know where I was. So
I don't know where I was. I was always in the ice cream shop. And yeah. Didn't get this belly for anything, did I? Well, no, I was just super skinny child, so I got fat in my teenage years, Fuck
where
you,
did it
Jamie
all go
Oliver.
wrong?
Yeah. I'm
It
blaming
was
Jamie
Jamie
Oliver.
Oliver, wasn't it? The prick.
Can I blame Jamie Oliver, can I?
Yes.
Thank
Well,
you.
I don't know. I don't think they changed like Irish food in
I think they
schools.
did. I think they did.
Bastard.
Well, we didn't have a canteen when in our primary school. So
The fuck?
we had to bring
You've
our
been primary school, aren't you just eating fucking? We used to get like milk and I don't know what we got, but
Well, in primary school
you had the option to have like apple juice or milk.
we didn't get that. But I used to get hot chocolate in the primary school because obviously my mom was a bitch. And then they let me play in the ball pit after I had my hot chocolate in the primary
Fair
school
enough.
when I was a kid. Yeah. Did you ever get a hot chocolate and allowed to play in the ball pit? That was a fun time.
There was no ball pit for me, mate.
Did you get a hot chocolate at least?
No.
Someone had a better education than you. Didn't have a ball pit. Fucking loser.
Education's putting it a little bit of a stretch, but
Look, I had a ball pit and it was fucking awesome, okay? Watching Walford ball pit when? When we get a studio and it's just gonna be me in the ball pit watching EastEnders. Anyways, Ross the Hypocrite. Now I need to.
Excuse me.
What'd you say?
Ah, sorry, I yawned, so I excused myself because
Sorry,
somebody called it rude.
didn't call it rude. Ross the Hypocrite. Why is Ross a hypocrite? Well, we first see Peter Rugman, who plays Mason. Fantastic stature now, old Peter Rugman. He's the guy, if you've watched this channel long enough, he's the guy I always parody when Christmas comes around. They always play War Is Over by John Lennon, which he basically sums up the song and saying, people are dying, go fuck yourself, which is what I call every Christmas. Because that is essentially War Is Over if you've listened to the song. That is essentially it. Whereas Paul McCartney's is obviously like, very festive, guys. Clearly two different art styles. But yeah.
Mistletoe and wine.
Yeah.
Fucking...
And then John Lennon's like, everyone is dying. How about you stop being a happy fucker? All right, John. No wonder you were assassinated. But that's fine to make. That happened 50 odd years ago. It's fine. But yeah, fucking on that, like he's fantastic, and I love him. I love Peter Rugman. He's one of my favorite comedians I see pop up. I haven't listened to his music, but I have seen like his comedy sketches and shit. He's doing pretty all right. And yeah, he's here. I was shocked, honestly. I didn't think it would ever, like, I didn't really expect my worlds to collide. But yeah, he
Wasn't he the one
arrives
with
and he
a
says
dodgy fucking mustache?
What you say?
Wasn't he the guy with a dodgy mustache?
He was the ginger fella. He was Mason. If you type it in
I
the
swear he had a dodgy mustache.
Yeah, he did. He's Mason. He's the guy, ginger fella with the mustache. If you type it into the EastEnders wiki, you'll see him immediately.
That why I know who he is. I just remember. I'm just thinking of the mustache.
Mustache is fantastic as well. Don't diss that mustache. But
Was it real?
it is real. It's real to me. Okay. Well, I think it's real. And yeah, so he tells them that Avani has dropped the charges and he's allowed to stay in Walford. And Ross is celebrating like England in the World Cup, which
Not this year though.
no, but I'm saying when they were in the World Cup, not when they got kicked out. He's excited with this news. He could go around fucking butt naked around the street because he's so excited about this news. And they go to the Vic and they're like, why do people hate Joel? And then obviously Kat goes, Avani hates Joel because she wants to take back control, which obviously the shades of grey there, if you know, Catholic history with Harry Mitchell. You can see what she's coming from. And then they go, well, there's a video. What'd you say, Kat? There's a video. What'd you say? There's a video. Kat just fucking say there was a video. And they show this video where they've changed, where the kids, I should say, the teenagers, have changed Joel up and they're pouring water over him. And then Ross, what'd you say?
It's fucking beer.
A beer.
It's like the 7th time where you go, he poured water over him, and I'm just sat there like, beer.
Who gives a shit what the
poured water
liquid
over him,
was?
beer.
Who gives a
Well,
shit?
it's wrong.
Who gives a shit? Sorry, they throw a liquid substance over it. Is that better, Mr. Autocorrect?
Look, they threw beer. Oh, look, having beer thrown over you is worse than getting water thrown over you. Like,
yeah, I don't care. I don't care. It's a fucking shit storyline. I do not give a single shit.
I'm also just saying it because it's fucking because it's more so you'll say he poured water over him and I'm just there beer, and then it doesn't register in your brain. It's like and there was water. And I'm like,
alright, they threw a liquid substance that is resemblance of beer. There you go. And
he's getting grumpy. You're wrong. What the fuck are you? The fuck are you? I'm just making mistakes. You can correct me, you little bastard. Like, I'm right. I'm saying the right thing here.
I know.
I'm not an asshole. I'm just telling the truth.
Fair enough.
Trying to silence me.
Like I said, I don't give a solitary shit about this story.
Yeah, well, just say beer instead of water then. I won't complain at you.
I'll keep saying water, and you can keep correcting me.
I fucking won't now.
Love you,
To be
mate.
fair, fingers crossed you don't actually have to talk about the storyline. Well, that part of the storyline for that much longer. Obviously, we will, because this will go on for the fucking 7 years.
They threw beer over him, which I will always correct for water, because it was probably vodka, and I confused the two. So yeah. And then
But it was beer.
all right, it was beer. I didn't pay attention to the scene. I was just reading chat when this scene happened. And they threw beer over him, and yeah, and Ross seeing this is like, what the fuck? What the fuck? How dare you do this? Ross is basically like every British person when you tell the Irish person just to put up with it and wear the poppy when you're in Britain, and he's like, no, I'm not wearing the poppy. The poppy is a shit idea by stupid people. Fuck the poppy. Fuck it. Who gives a shit about the poppy? And it's like, but what? Just wear it. It's like, no, it resembles wars. Like you people committed against us. We're not wearing it. And then that's basically what Ross is doing. He's like, he only slaughtered 2 people. It was like 50. Happened years ago. It's fine. It's like, no, Ross, this is serious. It happened last year. He did do these crimes. It's not ancient history. And Ross seeing this is like, all in the past. Yeah, well, they've a right to be fucking pissed. If I went into fucking Ash's house and I beat the shit out of his brother and I go to prison and then I come out and then my dad is just like, that's what you're so mad for. He served his time, like he just did it. It's like, well, no, he has a right to be fucking pissed off at me for fucking battering his brother. What the fuck are you on about, Ross? And yeah, Ross seeing this is like they fucking committed war crimes, which they haven't. They've just taken control into their own hands. And fucking, he's like, how fucking dare you? And they're all like, well, your son's an asshole. He's an asshole. And they're like, well, no, he's not an asshole. He's changed. It's like, well, he fucking is.
See, the issue for this for me is I know they didn't show it because they wouldn't have been able to. But first and foremost, he was inside for like 6 months.
Yeah.
He was in prison for 6. Well, he's in like young offenders for 6 months. And then it's not like Ross was seeing him in the meantime, and Joel was like, "Oh, I've changed, Dad. I'm trying to be better." He didn't see him the whole time, so he just rocks up, and because Joel hasn't abused any women in the 1 week he's been back, Ross like, he's changed now. He's changed. Like, at least the easy comparison is Bobby Beale when Bobby came back. Bobby was despised immediately, and Ian wanted to help him, but yeah, sure, he didn't fully forgive him though. But with Joel, he's been gone and at least Bobby was gone for like a good 3 to 4 years. Joel's been gone for 6 months. I'm sorry, people haven't forgotten about the shit you did last year. Like, it's insane. I think it makes everybody else. It makes everybody involved look worse just by existing, because now everybody has to bend over backwards to try and enable Joel to be here. When, let's be real, in a real scenario, he's not allowed back. He's not allowed.
Yeah, Craig's like, I'm gonna report this now, and Jack's like, don't do it, mate. I've got a family, please. Craig's like, all right. And then Amy tries to seduce him. I want to say.
What's a real question? I know that it goes around, but Tommy isn't here. How are they seeing the fucking footage? I know people are like talking. They've probably shown it to him.
They've probably
But,
shown
like, their window into seeing it. Their window into seeing it isn't fucking. It isn't. Tommy's gone.
Who? Yeah, who showed
anyways.
them? Who cares? Lily. That's why.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, because for some reason we can't bring back any of Stacey's sisters, so it's Jean's sisters or brothers, so it's Jean that has to look after Lily. So it's like, that's not nice because everything that happened to 2010 doesn't count. So yeah, yeah. So with that, yeah, like the parents are rightfully like, well, your son's an asshole. And it's like, well, he's not. He's changed. Like, well, yeah, but you haven't fucking shown us, have you? Like, it is basically like when a disgraced YouTuber like goes, I'll just say a Minecraft YouTuber Obviously, hopefully you can read between the lines. But a Minecraft YouTuber does something bad, and then it's like, I'm just gonna leave the platform for a little bit, and then comes back, and then he keeps getting the same comments about like being called over the bad incident and then he just goes, "I've changed." Oh well, you haven't really shown us. The example I have is Craig Thompson, mini lad, who got exposed for crimes, and he basically left the platform, and then he came back in 2021, addressed the situation horrendously, and basically went, "I went back to Northern Ireland to live there and just figure out my mental health, and like I climbed a mountain." And I'm like,
The old classic.
it's like it wasn't like you've accidentally broken your friend's leg. You were fucking doing stuff to fucking minors, and then he's like, he keeps coming back to YouTube, and everyone's like, just leave. It's better if you leave because people won't forgive you. But he keeps going on Twitch streams or he keeps doing YouTube streams, and then fucking. The reason I bring this up is because people will obviously see that he's live and then donate to him, going, hello, Craig. I'm a 16-year-old. Are you interested in me? And he'd be like, guys, I'm ending the stream. You're all immature. I'm ending the stream. It's like that's basically what I think of Joel. He's Ross is the mini lad where he's like, I've changed, guys. He's changed. He hasn't changed, Ross. He hasn't. You haven't shown us. And this could all be avoided if you actually showed us him changing, but you haven't. So we're supposed to take the word for it. Have you
I think
not
it's
learned from
supposed to be
Ravi?
ambiguous in a way.
Have you not
I think
learned
it's
from Ravi?
supposed to be ambiguous,
Yeah,
but it
but
does just make it clumsy as fuck, doesn't it? Like we don't know if Joel's changed, and yeah, sure, that's supposed to be like a big deal. Like, oh, but has it actually done? Like, fucking well, clearly not then. But like, I don't think the ambiguity is a fun place to live in this current era, because it just like the payoffs aren't very exciting, and it takes too long to find out if it's actually true or not. Like, why was he in over the limit? Was it just one drink? Was that it? You know, all these questions that we do have, but we just haven't fucking explained, which therefore makes. I mean, it's the whole thing with Reese, right? We always complain about Reese Caldwell simply because we never knew how to feel about Reese, because they kept on having this long-winded, clumsy direction where in a moment you're supposed to like him and Sonia because it's cute and wholesome, but in a moment he kills his wife, and then suddenly you're not supposed to like him, and not supposed to hate him. Like, it's like, just clear some shit up and we can enjoy it.
But also,
If you don't clear it up, just stop.
and this is just where I'm gonna rant about Craig, which again, I from the videos I've seen of him in Hollyoaks from Ash, I like Craig, but in EastEnders,
Oh, he's fucking miserable, isn't he?
he's a kiss, he's a suck ass. He's like me on the classic podcast for the Christmas one, where I'm like, oh Ash, you're so great to be back here, and looks like he's just such a suck up. Like, oh, I'm actually going to report this because I'm a police officer and I have to. No, you're in EastEnders. You don't have to report it, you twat. Like, if you report every crime that happens in EastEnders, fucking everyone will be in prison. But it's like, oh, I actually have to report this because it's a serious crime. You know, I have to do that. You know, I have to do that. And he's just a kiss ass. I fucking hate him. I fucking hate him. And then there's a scene with him, Joel, Ross, and Vicky where he's just like, no, actually, I don't actually have to. I will actually have to report this. And Joel's like, just don't, please. I want to forgive this. I want to forgive this. And he's like, well, if that's what you want, that's what we'll do. And then Amy brings him around for tea. And then Amy's like, I've got new information. And then he's like, oh, tell me the new information. And she's like, I don't actually have no information. She's like, well, I actually think this is a serious offence. I could have you arrested for wasting a police officer's time. Fuck off, Craig. No one likes you. Like, again,
Yeah,
I'm
it's the real sad case, because you have a character who's charismatic, is funny, is witty, is charming, can be quite silly and at the best of times, but is fundamentally quite a humorous character, you know. And then you bring him in, and he's a fucking pencil pushing, boring detective. Like, what are we fucking doing here, lads?
it's just,
And even then, just because there's the scene, and I think there's spoilers for next week where apparently he'll overstep the boundary where he'll comfort Amy. People think he's gonna be a nonce. If this is what they're doing, this is gonna be fucking horrendous.
but also, is this the modern example of Jack Stone?
I think so. It really is. I mean, let's be real. Warren Fox is a more iconic character than Ethan Williams, but it's like they've really just handicapped him by just he's not the best serious actor. So why is he only doing serious
Yeah,
scenes?
because I went to you, right? Because Amy's like, well, not being seductive, but she's basically, but I'm gonna say trying it on, but she's not really. She's basically doing what her mother would do, Roxy would do. Um, and I'm just there like, Ash, is Craig a nonce? And he just went, shut up, shut up. It just
I think I said, don't you fucking start.
because like, how I don't know how to
Well, he
describe.
just seems a bit starch. Well, to be fair, he didn't say anything outrageous or did say anything like.
Oh, but
She
I
was saying
felt.
like, "Oh, you're this," and he goes handsome, and then kind of like caught himself because he's being a bit of a knob. Like, it's not like it's like he was doing any weird stuff.
But like, I'm like, how do you take a comedic character from Hollyoaks, bring him in, and make him a pencil pushing fucking nerd? Like,
I
like,
don't know.
like, I've seen 20 seconds of his Hollyoaks stint. Those 20 seconds are better than anything Craig Rebelhorn has fucking done here. Craig Rebelhorn
He's
was a cat in 2015 EastEnders that Cush's mound. So that's what I'm gonna call him.
do you not know who he was named after?
No?
The fucking Strictly Judge.
Ah, it's just a cat to me.
Fucking But yeah, it's just disappointing, man. Like Matthew James Bailey is a good, talented actor,
I'd
but
agree.
don't fucking make him a by the numbers pencil pushing detective. And like, if you wanted this, you could have just used Callum. Like, you could have got Callum for the exact same role, and it fits Callum perfectly because that's who the fuck he is. He's boring as shit. But don't insert your new character and possibly fuck it up. Like, surely give him some characterization. But don't know.
I just hope they don't make him a nonce, is all I fucking hope.
What? Okay, this is gonna sound outrageous, but isn't Amy Mitchell an adult? Question mark.
No, not yet. I don't think she becomes an adult till December. She's in the eyes of
Okay.
the law. She's obviously allowed to push buttons in the eyes of the law.
This is such a awkward conversation. She's 17.
Yes, in the eyes of the law, she's allowed to push buttons. Is how I'll word it. In the eyes of the law, which yes, but
But still, we don't really want a fucking don't really
nonce.
want well, it's more so Matthew James Bailey, he's like early 30s, right? You know, it's kind of a bit of an age gap, especially at that time. So like I maybe let's not do that. I don't know. I don't fucking care. Like, do it better for fuck's sake. Do something interesting with it. Don't just make him a boring pencil pusher. Give him some characterization, please.
Yeah, and well, I hope you enjoyed that topic of is she legal? There you go. That can stay in.
Horrendous.
Let's just dance around that and move on to the cook chair. Just move on to the fucking cook chair, Piggy, before we get thrown off the air publicly. So Peter in the cook chair. Yeah, I fucking buckled myself to that. And why is Peter in the cook chair?
Like we
Well,
were just dancing around it. You just say it overt. Say, oh fucking hell.
yeah, I know, I
The
know.
old Piggy special.
Yeah. See, I don't know where the line is. That's the problem. But anyway.
Subtlety. Well, it wasn't particularly subtle. Let's be real, but it wasn't particularly subtle. But
That's
then yeah.
that clip's gonna be used when I'm in court. So, but anyways, enough about that bit. We move on to Peter in the cook chair. Why is he in the cook chair? Well, Lauren has been going and flirting with Mark. I nearly said Max. That would have been
I
very
suppose my
weird.
final piece, just to dissuade from it though, I do like genuinely. Please actually give Craig a character first and foremost. Don't make him leer after Amy Mitchell. It's probably not the time for that story. And equally, just give Craig a fucking character. Like, you know, if he lives long enough, he'll become Jack Brannon. Where the height of Jack Brannon's humor is him ordering a takeaway and everybody going, ha ha, but he always orders takeaways, ha ha. Does he ever turn the oven on? Ha ha. Like, give him more than that, for fuck's sake. Like, I don't know, like, and hey, maybe it'll grow, and maybe they will, um, maybe it'll actually get more characterization. But so far, not good. So far, very not good. It's just fucking, it's just rough. It's really rough, isn't it? Like, I don't know how you can watch anything he did in Hollyoaks and go, yeah, we're going to take all of that and do none of it. It's like, what do you mean? This is why he's relatively famous. But yeah, just do better. Just do something else, for fuck's sake. Stop being so lazy with it, EastEnders. Like, this isn't the way to make him a long running character. Maybe he is just a short run character, and he's just gonna investigate this case, and then he's gonna fuck off. But I don't know, man.
Can we move on?
Hmm?
Can we move on?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Now we move on to Peter in the corner chair or in the cook chair. And why is Peter in the cook chair? Well, I'll tell you why. So Mark and Lauren are at the car lot.
Why do you sound so miserable? Well, now we move on. Peter and Laura. Fucking, it's not that
Because
bad.
they're ruining my boy Peter. They're ruining him. Can I just say, side note, and I always bring it up in the live streams, whenever there's a scene in Dot's kitchen, I'm always like, do not show me the kitchen, please, because that fucking cabinet in the corner always scares me. It always scares me. Like, I'm not afraid of cabinets, but if you've seen how dodgy that looks put up, that looks the way it's been put up, I'm just afraid that Oscar's gonna come in one night, slam the back door, and the whole fucking thing's just gonna fall.
Yeah.
Whenever I see it, I get scared because I'm like, no, do not push against it. Do not get anything off it. Do not do anything near it. That thing will instantly collapse like the Eiffel Tower or the Leaning Tower of Pisa, I should have said. But yeah, why is he in the cook chair? Well, like I said, Mark and Lauren are at the car lot, and Mark's missus, well, not his missus, but his one night stand, is checking out a car, and again, the quote The Simpsons, which Ashton never does, but I do. Basically, they're doing this scene from the Cape Fear, I believe, where they're trying to tell Homer to say his new name, but he keeps saying Simpson, say Thompson, and they're like tapping his foot, like say Thompson. That's what they're basically doing here. Where Lauren is like, where they're like, oh, I want to buy this car, and Lauren's like, you can't, and the Max like, you can, and she's like, you can't, but she can. And obviously, I don't think she buys the car, or maybe she does. Mark drives off with her in the car and then brings it back. I think she buys it, or she doesn't. One or the
He
other
doesn't buy
happens.
it because Mark lies, and basically because obviously it's a stolen car, and don't sell stolen goods to the police. Simple rule. So Mark's like, there's a lot of corrosion. It's just gotta be fixed. Bloody hell.
Yeah, and yeah, they go to fix the. They don't sell it, and then Mark and Lauren have a little flirty moment, and then Peter watches it from the corner. He just looks on at the car lot, and then he gets a bit suspicious, which is fair enough. Peter, you're allowed to do that, Peter. And he goes through Lauren's phone. He notices messages, and then he asks Cindy where are they. But meanwhile, we have Lauren and Mark who were at the gym, and then Peter walks in when Lauren and Mark are about to kiss, and Peter notices these two. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing, Lauren? Lauren's like, nothing. He's like, I checked the message. She's like, you checked my phone. Okay, mate. All right, Lauren. I know like checking the privacy of someone's phone is a step too far, but like you are going to shag someone, so like maybe he's allowed to check the phone messages. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And yeah, he checks the back catalogue, and he basically Mark's like, she's just a great friend, and he's like, shut the fuck up, Mark. No one gives a solitary shit. And yeah, and with that, we move on to he basically kicks Lauren out of the house, which most people go, Peter's just gone too far now. Like he's not gone too far. He's doing the reasonable response. If your wife says, I'm never going to cheat on you again," and then she does it again, are you really going to be like, "Well, the sex is good, so I might as well keep her"? You know? No, you're gonna be like, "Get the fuck out of my life." But obviously, this is Peter, so he's gonna be like, "I hate you." 2 days later, "I fucking love you, bitch." And it's just Peter. That's just Peter in a nutshell. And with that, we move on to he kicks her out, and then there's a few conversations between Mark and Lauren, and Lauren's like, "Can you just leave, Mark?" And then Mark goes, I'll leave." But he'll obviously be back, and he does leave in the back of a cab. So when he comes back, he'll be twice as rich. And yeah, and how you know he's sad? He's eating American chocolate. And yeah, so he leaves. And then Lauren is like, "Peter, can we get back on the right track?" And Peter, I don't know, just doesn't respond. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bad day to not give a shit about Mark and Lauren as a pairing, really. Simply saying. Most interesting bit with this. Oh no, we don't need to talk about that yet. But I do like Cindy and Max arguing about this because both of them clearly go, "What? There was no way." Well, essentially, Mark lies and says that Mark coerced Lauren into selling the stolen cars, but they don't know that there's an affair. But obviously, Cindy and Max go, "Yeah, it's probably an affair, isn't it?" No surprise which no surprise which one they've thought of. And so yeah, and then Max and Cindy are like, Max tells Cindy like, why would you just you can't just be friends, you have to get under them. And then Cindy's like, "Is there anybody on the square that you haven't slept with?" And Max immediately goes, "Yeah, Jean, she hasn't had the pleasure." And then just fighting, just good fun, great line. But yeah, I don't know. I find it funny how Peter's kicked Lauren out of her house. I know it's technically still Sonia's, but you know, old classic. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like they've made Peter worse within this storyline. Unfortunately, like I get it, he was shitty during finding out that Jimmy was blind, but still, they've made Peter worse and more boring to have kind of Peter and to have Lauren and Mark be the exciting. But yeah, for me, it's just not particularly exciting, really. Unfortunately, the chemist, like, I can understand why people would think that they have chemistry, and I can kind of see it, but I don't. I'm not sat there like, yes, yes, kiss. Like, I'm not there. I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to move on now to the final topic, if that's all right, boss man.
Yeah. Is there
So
anything
Max,
else? Not really. Not
what's you
really.
saying?
Yeah, Sam. I was trying to figure out if there was anything else, really, but no, I
No,
don't think
no.
so.
We move on to the final topic, which I know I'm not talking in the microphone, but I'm fucking doing my notes, so hold on. Which is Max and Priya affair exposed. That's how I've worded it. Grammar might be corrected post. So yeah, Max and Priya's affair. Well, Priya, basically, like I've alluded to on the live streams that you can check out every Wednesday at 6 p.m.
Is
And
it 6:30?
you can either give your political opinions about what you currently think of the UK. You can give your jurisdiction of what you do as Prime Minister. You can give your thoughts about EastEnders. You can give your thoughts about Fight Club. I'll practically take any conversation on the 6 p.m. as half six live streams. So yeah, if you want to join in, that's what I was saying. If Mark and Lauren are the man coercing the woman into basically sleeping with her, Priya and Max is the opposite of what Priya is doing it to Max, even though Max does probably like it. And yeah, so not much to add here. Just Max and Cindy, as you alluded to in the last topic, do have an argument, and Max ends up sleeping on the sofa in the Brannan household. Um, and not in the Brannan household, in Jack's house, I should say. Jack's gaff in the middle of Walford. I don't know. I don't know why I keep trying to do our house with Jack's gaff. But anyways, yeah. So he goes back, And then Priya's like, you ran for a fun time. I actually have the image. Hold on. I actually have the text messages here. If I just where is the there we go. There's the text message. It's right there. It says problem with the kids running late. Actually, sorry, can't come today. We'll make it up. Told you to do that. Hope everything's all right. Thanks. Hey, it's been a while. Winky face. So there you go. That is the
She's in.
messages that were shared. The messages that were exchanged. So yeah, with that, they go and have sex, and Sydney's allowed Jean to clean the house, the gaff, and also Big Mo has ordered some mopeds. No, it's mopeds. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, it comes in a weird time where we literally had the conversation with Zach, whether he was going to move, where Vicky and Ross were going to move into the Slaters, but then Zach went, "No, I'll move into the Slaters, £500 a month," and also it's like Zach was having money issues as well, but those are gone because we don't need him anymore. Because we need to find a way to get him out of the flat. But now he can pay that rent at the Slaters. But we don't know if he's moved into the Slaters because it doesn't seem like he has. And now Jean and Mo are struggling to afford the rent in the house. And it's like you literally just got a new flatmate who's paying money. But yeah.
Well, so surely Suki would not like ask them for rent money because she is family to them.
I mean, she would. Let's be real.
Yeah, but you're family to them, so it's
He's
just
living there now.
it's just why Suki should be killed off. Honestly, it's proving my point. And Teapot should hit with a teapot and kill her. There you go. Solved it. There's the next who done it. Who hit
Hypothetically.
Suki with a teapot? Was a teapot? No, it wasn't. Had a dream last night that teapot Suki and Eve appeared in my dream, and they were just making spag ball. And
Okay.
obviously, in my dream, for some reason most of my dreams take place in my old primary school. I don't know why, but there's a room in my old primary school that apparently in my dreams, if you say absolute cinema, a piano falls through the ceiling and hits someone in that room. So like they were in the staff room in the primary school just making stuff, and then I went and looked into that room, and I said absolute cinema, and then a piano came down and crushed CM Punk. I don't know what the fuck happened, but that's what happened in my dreams. There you go. There's a reason why people say don't go near Piggy's mind. There you go. But yeah, so yeah, Jean goes to clean the flat, and Priya comes in, and basically she sees her bollock naked, and then she leaves disgusted. And then Cindy's like, "Why didn't you clean my flat?" And then Priya goes, "I hit Lola. I mean, I hit a fox. I hit a fox. Yeah, just, and I got Jean to help me. I'm sorry." And then Jean's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, that did happen." And then that basically that's all that ends there. It just ends there. Cindy leaves disgraced. Leaves the house upset. Even though I would have took a fairy bun, I would have taken one of those fairy buns. But that's just me, because Jean was baking, because she bakes when she's stressed. So, yeah, anything you want to add here?
Well, the other bit is just you get an interesting conversation between Priya and Jean, where Jean obviously she could read the riot act on Max Brad and be like, "Don't fucking do it. I don't know what reason you're doing it for, but it's not worth it." And then she brings up Stacey and Tanya, and essentially just says, Max he's toxic. He'll destroy it. He'll destroy everything you love. So just be smart about it. Don't fucking do it. And then finally, when Max and Priya reconvene, worried about Jean, Max goes, "Oh, we'll just act like she's off her meds again." And then Priya's like, "That's actually pretty fucked up. Like, I don't agree with that." And she's annoyed with him. So yeah, the affair's been rumbled. I think the joke I made on the live stream was she was, in fact, not done with the affair. Because, of course, it's going to fucking kick off again. Yeah, I don't know. This was supposed to be big, and it was a night. I liked the reveal of Gene finding it. Once again, they set it up fucking. They can't help but set up things 2 seconds beforehand for it to pay off immediately. Like, fuck setting this up 3 weeks ago. Let's set it up now. And then, there we go. Then again, I guess they wouldn't have been as stupid if they had known that Gene would be cleaning there regularly. I don't know. But I'm glad that the affair's been rumbled. Hopefully it moves forward soon. I don't know if it will. It fucking won't. It's probably going to be going on till New Year. And we just have to sit by for 4 more months of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, go on, mate. Go on, mate.
I'm truly
You're just staring at me now.
I don't know what to add.
What are you looking at me for? I stopped talking. That's why you start talking.
Yeah. I'll move on
know.
to thoughts and awards and give my overall thoughts, opinions now. Fuck, I can't. There we go. So in clip Ash just doing that face.
You just give me stink eye over there, and I'm trying to just have a podcast.
Yeah. I'm doing the thoughts and awards now. So I don't like this week. I don't like this week. We're in the minority that didn't like this week, but it's just shit. It's just giving me more shit and making me less hopeful in the flash forward. Like, is really this entire year just supposed to be a filler year to build towards a fucking stupid flash forward that is already dated because of Scott fucking Mills? Is that it? Is that really it? Is that what we're building to? This shit flash forward that is so shit no one gives a single fuck about it. Really. If this is supposed to be your Da Vinci painting, you've done a terrible painting and you should be fired. If you put down an art exhibition, I would hope the protesters throw blood over it. I'm referencing when fucking protesters threw blood over paintings. Like, Jesus Christ. Jesus tap dancing Christ. Why are you producing this level? Why is everything so convenient? Oh, I can't afford the wind, Eve. Oh, you can't afford it. I can't wait for 2 fucking weeks' time and you can buy a fucking mansion in Hollywood Hills because you suddenly have the money. Like, Jesus Christ. Why is everything so convenient? Oh, Peter just checked the text messages and immediately knew the affair happened. It's not like they kissed in front of him, which would have made more sense.
He did see the little, like, he did see them flirting. It wasn't entirely just the text messages.
Oh, and fucking, Ross being a hypocrite, being like, why do you hate my kid? I don't know, he's a fucking sex pest. That's why we hate him. I like Joel, but Ross, you're making me hate Joel because you're being an idiot. You need to own up what your son did and admit that no one is going to take him lightly because of what he previously did. That is how it works. If a criminal showed up at your front door, if Charles Manson showed up at your door, you don't immediately go, Charlie, come on in. You don't do it. You don't fucking do it. You just go, maybe I don't allow him in. Maybe you don't. No. Am I an idiot here?
Yeah. I mean, it is his son. It's his only son.
You can make another one. You have a fucking woman there.
I don't know. Like, I think there's some good stuff. I think the framing's really dodgy is where it lets it down. But there's some good performances. There's some good funny moments. You know, the Cindy and Max argument was fun. I enjoyed Ricky and Amy talking about Max as if he was asleep. Oh, what's he done again? Oh, he's probably cheating. Max is just like, I'm awake. Like, what are you talking about me for? I did enjoy the slap. Did enjoy the backhand from Chelsea. I don't really enjoy Sheila deciding Chelsea is bad. It's like, he killed 3 people, Sheila. I'm sorry. Sorry if she slapped you. I'm sure fucking ask Kush how that push felt. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucking rough. But yeah, I don't know. It's quite heatless for me, unfortunately. I want a bit more, but we're not getting anything any way, shape, or form anytime soon. So it's just kind of. I'm describe it as prolonged suffering. It just keeps fucking going. They keep. I want things that when. I want things to take less time, and I want other things to take fuck all time. I want like this Mark and Lauren stuff. It also, I think it's just an issue with the flash forward, right? Where the flash forward makes it feel like a lot of this stuff is quite redundant because now we have a setup as to what's going to happen. So we know that Oscar's going to become a Truman, but how's that going to happen? Who's that with? Oscar's not on screens now, so we've now got 3 months for Oscar to potentially become like a Truman or potentially get married to one of the twins. Okay. We know that Mark is on the square. We know that Ian's on the square. Like, I don't know. It makes it feel like a lot of this is useless because if you make any like big massive change, we're not going to believe it because we know a bunch of the people in the flash forward. So it's just kind of like a self-defeating story, really, because it's like saying, "Oh, are they going to die?" They're literally in the episode. Oh man, they didn't die. Oh man, how could we have known? Like, it feels self-defeating. But I think equally, like, and I kind of like the Grey stuff. It was interesting to see Grey meet Jordan. I think that was fairly interesting. But still, I think it's taken so long to get to this point, and I don't know if it actually has or not. It may have only been a month or two. But it feels like it's taken fucking ages to finally get to this. And this is the scene you pitch when you're pitching the storyline to Grey. You don't pitch the Ian stuff. You pitch this confrontation where Grey finally meets his son. But it feels like it's taken forever to get to this point. So any immediate excitement I would have had about the storyline, it's gone because we've had to sit through like a good solid however long it has been to get to this point where we now finally get in the big scenes, and that's where a lot of the complaint to this era comes from. Because, in essence, the actors generally all doing quite a good job, but they are just getting let down by the pacing and the direction because we're just like we're blindly following till the flash forward, and that's all we really know. But the flash forward wasn't exciting enough to keep people fixed on it. It wasn't enough to keep people hooked or excited. So we're just kind of like aimlessly wondering when we'll finally get to move on. And I get it. A soap's a long project to do. It's 210 episodes a year, every year. No real breaks in between. You always have to have something happening. You always have to have your finger on the pulse. I get it. It's hard. But in the same, you have to be able to pace it better than this because you can't just have storylines. Like the amount of storylines this year when me and Piggy have just went, well, at least the storyline's moving forward now. Like, what do you mean? You want to actually you want people to find the conclusions exciting and see where it goes next. You don't have people going, poor, thank fuck, we've finally found out who Zoe Slater's stalker is, so we can now finally get to see them have a relationship with the twins. Oh, wait, they still haven't done that. Nearly a year on. Great one. Good job. Like, you have to have the payoffs feel worthy and not just feel like, oh, thank God we can move to the next stage. It's like, it feels like you have to do 100 squats to get to the next story beat. It feels like playing one of those. Yeah, it feels like playing one of the sandbox games where you have to collect a certain amount of things for the story to progress. Except we don't know the conditions. We just have to sit there and grit our teeth and get through it.
It's like auto asphyxiation, but the noose breaks. That's what it's like to me.
Jesus.
That's fine. People do it. Fine. It's basically like that. You're hacking yourself. You're jerking off, but the noose breaks. Like. Just not fun, is it? It's just not fun. Shout out to everyone who does auto asphyxiation out there. Shout out to you. But yeah, like I just don't like it. There's no fun in this era. There's no fun. I want there to be good stuff, but it's just like, oh, the flash forward, guys. Yeah, you keep saying the flash forward's going to be good, but it's already dated. It's already dated. You've already dated it by having an alleged wronging in it, and by having people who might not appear in it, like Zoe. So I don't fucking know if you
To be
did
fair,
it
Zoe
good.
wasn't in it.
Yeah, but there was a mention of her, I believe, and it's like, what's the point in the flash forward? This is not going to save your show. This is just going to either hinder your show. Who knows? This could be the Lord of the Rings trilogy. This could be one of the best episodes EastEnders has ever produced. But it also, and it's a sad reality people have to open their eyes to, in your world, man. This is either going to be the Lord of the Rings trilogy, where it's one of the best episodes in the history of EastEnders, or it's going to be one of the worst episodes ever. And there's no in between. And to quote Jeff Hardy when he was high off his tits, Ben Wadey, I think you're a nerd. There you go. That's
Yeah,
just
I think it's
one of my
the
favorite disses.
trying to get out something, and then you just went what the fuck was I trying to say? It's just kind of oh yeah, it's like there was I think it was an article from the Sun, right, where they discussed. We didn't talk about it because it's not technically news, but it was kind of related. People were talking about how why have they brought back Janine, and essentially it felt like they went, we've brought Janine back because they don't feel like they have good female villains.
Rate them.
Yeah, yeah. First and foremost, yeah, great them. But second, like, and that just kind of shows how desperate. And I think the whole angle was they were hoping that Zoe's return was going to be huge. And then I think, and it seemed like this, and obviously it's not from the Sun, so it could just be bullshit. But and it was describing that they hope that Janine coming back and being big. They basically go, this cannot fail. Did you not watch 2022? Did you not watch the previous Janine stint return, which didn't work? Like, and they kind of go, yeah, well, hopefully this can like, basically, it felt the angle was they don't want to be defined by the shit stuff that was the Zoe return, but unfortunately they have. You can't outrun this. You did this. You fucked it up. You made the big mistake. You have to live with that. You have to make it better, but you've still not made it better.
I just like that logic. Do we actually create female villains? How about
Bring Janine
nostalgia?
back.
How about that?
I mean, this is era all over, right?
But that
Anthony Truman.
that makes no fucking sense to me. You've literally created a villain last year. You created Anthony Truman, who was a villain last year. You can fucking do it. It's not like, oh, well, no one takes female villains seriously anymore. Gotta bring back fucking Janine Butcher. You can fucking create them. You brought in Chrissy Watts, who defends terrorism in real life. You can fucking create them. What the fuck are you on about? You fucking ball bag. Like, genuinely.
Yeah, really.
Like, genuinely, what the fuck do you mean? Like, you don't want to be defined by Zoe. Well, maybe then you don't fucking do the Zoe stuff. How about that? If I get if I get fucking pronounced, like,
I mean, they can't undo it.
well, yeah, you can, but if it'd be like people going, he's just a shouty Irishman, isn't he? Oh, Piggy. Well, yeah, that's my defined characteristics. I can change it, but I'm not. Just like you can change the Zoe direction, but you're not. It failed, but you don't want to realize it failed because you don't want to admit you're a fucking nerd and you're a loser who's hung up on nostalgia that no one gives a shit about. No one cares for this. You're writing your own fan fiction, but you can't write fan fiction because you're a fucking executive producer. Why do you not realize this? You can't create your own fan fiction. It's a show that everyone has to understand. And if you bring in, well, actually, my characters would actually kiss in this scene, and then they would actually be happily ever after, and they would move on. It's like, no, you can't do that. You have to do it from the lenses of the audience. That's how it works. Yeah, sure, you can push your characters to the forefront. The last executive producer, the executive producer before Chris Clencher did that with Whitney, Gray, and fucking Ben, but at least they had narratives. You can't just push your character to the forefront and expect people to care. That's not how it fucking works. It's not it's not a competition on, oh, well, I loved them in 20 years ago. Well, you loved them in 20 years ago, I don't love you. Like, if I go to my high school reunion and I had a crush on this woman who was sexy, as an adult, who's now like this fit model, who's like a beautiful model, and she's, and then I go to the high school reunion going, I could have pulled her years ago. So well, you could have, but you waited 20 years and you didn't. Get over it. You're defined
Mm.
by this era, and it's your own fault. You either book up and actually listen to the criticism, or you just fucking move on and ignore it, like you do with Dermot Dolan, because that's what you do when you don't want to admit that you're doing wrong. There's your sword.
Fucking hell. Yeah, all being saved for posterity. I don't really know how to follow that. To be fair, I was banging. I don't laugh that much, but I would have smile on my face, shout the entire rant. Hell of a go. Fair play. Everybody crowned Piggy the king with a bucket hat as a crown. But yeah, I don't even follow that. Yeah, so it's just a mental thing. Like, we need to have Janine because Janine's a really good female villain, and we've struggled to make female villains over the years. Except the main issue of most of female villains die, so you can't exactly bring back Mad May or Stella. You can't bring back these sorts of characters because at the end of the fucking day, they're dead. But to just essentially, it shows this era, right? Panic button, return from the 2000s. And obviously Janine had a long-standing, been in here and throughout, but at the end of the day, it's like, shit, people aren't buying it. Nostalgia. Nostalgia's not going to carry a show all the year round. You have to build around it and make everything else feel better. And equally, you can't just do the nostalgia tour and hope people just love the nostalgia tour, because then we get Anthony Truman, who nobody cared about and people only liked because he was so objectively bad that it became funny. Like, how do they keep, and as you maintain, how do they keep making the same errors? Well, this Zoe stuff didn't work. Well, we'll just bring Janine in for a short stint as well. She's not back for long, so you're hinging your thoughts on Janine saving the show. Save the show with the pieces that are already there. Like, genuinely, the previous era and the start of this era was saved by Nigel Bates, a character who was a return from the 90s. But you want to know what they did? Yeah, sure, they brought in Julie, but the rest of the characters surrounding Nigel are current characters. Other than Claire, I guess. Phil is a current character. Like, Lexi is a current character.
Alan J.
These sorts of characters are the other pieces that you fit around it to make it work in the current storylines. And that's what worked. That's how you bring in what may initially be a nostalgia act, and you bring them in to have a greater purpose in telling this long-winded dementia storyline. It worked because it had other characters within that complemented the characters that people may not know before. So even if we don't know Nigel, for example, Phil knows Nigel, Grant knows Nigel, Julie knows Nigel. So therefore, as an audience, we're privy to know who Nigel is. But what it wouldn't work is if you just suddenly brought back Nigel and Julie and we suddenly realized Nigel's got dementia, but he's not friends with Phil, he's friends with Grant, who returns for 3 months to tell the storyline. Like, you have to use the pieces you have. You can't just keep bringing in insert exciting name and hope that it works. Like, genuinely, it's kind of absurd. I don't understand how I feel like it's kind of it's elementary. It's kind of it feels amateurish, really. It feels like they took the job, they weren't ready, the direction's cheeks. The acting's great. The acting's really good. I'll not fault the acting. All the actors are doing great performances every fucking week with the material they have. But at some point, they just have to realize that the material's shit. And I don't think it's coming from the writers, because a lot of the writers were in the previous team writing fantastic episodes. But unfortunately, I think the direction is just what's really hurting it. Like, yeah, sure, Ben Wadey is the executive producer, but it is all coming off like their foresight. It's under their lens. And we weren't having a lot of these issues last time. We weren't having a lot of these issues. We were having a bunch of them, yes, admittedly. But I just think it's just amateurish. And, like, even then, once again, it's the thing that people realize is the amount of audio issues we have now, and I know this feels like just a small point, but genuinely, watch the episode at least once or twice an episode. There will be a time where the microphone is slightly muted or slightly hard to hear, or it's either slightly echoey or it just sounds like they've shitly dubbed it over. Like, once you start hearing this stuff, you don't miss it any time, and it fucking winds you up because it's like, why are you so garbage at doing the core fundamentals? This is the whole point of a show. This whole point of a soap. Like, the longevity doesn't need to be a death sentence. You can, yeah, sure, you can drip feed stories over a year or two, but it doesn't have to be a chore to sit through. And it has been a chore to sit through. Once again, this week's not even that bad. This week has good stuff involved. It's just the general feel of it. It's just, you know how people kind of depict depression as like a weight on you or like a cloud hanging over you.
Yeah.
That's what this EastEnders is. As much as you have exciting pieces and exciting places, exciting performances, and some exciting moments, unfortunately, we have to sit through 3 months of it to get that big story, that big moment, and then we're back to fucking Groundhog Day, lugging around the big weight on your back again. And that's where it kind of goes bad for me, because at the end of the day, you can only be as excited as the show makes you. And unfortunately, we're squeezing blood out of a stone to try and get any form of consistent excitement from EastEnders. And it can only really be laid at one person's door, and that is the executive producer, Ben Wadey. So, yeah. Thank you for joining us for our therapy corner.
I'm still fucking waiting. Smith, update your site. Update your site, Smith. I'm waiting for that.
We'll say, I tried to follow Piggy's rant. I don't think it did, but you know what? Had some different angles for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, just
If you're wondering what I mean by update your site, there's a Monday Night Wars wrestling figures I want, which is Bret Hart, William Regal, and Goldberg, and they fucking haven't put it out there. Fucking put it up, you dicks. Put it up. I want it, please. I want my toy. I want my Happy Meal toy. Give me my Happy Meal toy, please. But also, I'm sorry for the shouting. I don't mean to shout, and I hope my neighbours are not mad. But I apologise.
yeah, you're never that shouty. Let's be real.
Yeah, but when I go down tonight, say fucking hell, son. South Africa could fucking hear you with the way you're going on there, son. Kathy Beale could hear you when she was over there. Like, you know, I'll just say before I get into the awards, McDonald's have launched a Happy Meal and you can buy a pair of Crocs with them.
Yeah. Well, my mates nicked that toy from their niece. I bought that fucking Happy Meal. Give me that happy toy.
Was it me by any chance? Because I would have fucking done
No, it wasn't you. It was not you. I was absolutely floored. What, you just stole it from your niece? I bought it. Fair enough.
What's she going to do with it? She can't really wear it.
Oh.
It's just cut for her. She's munching on it like a fucking dog would do. With a bit bigger slippers.
It's just funny, isn't it? But, yeah. Fuck me, that was a long final thought section. Jesus.
Now we move on to the awards. We have a few awards. We have the Chris Clenshaw Award. We have the Anthony Truman Award. We have Underrated and Who Needs Slapping Down. Now, the Chris Clenshaw Award, most promising, my bucket hat. There you go.
That it is very promising. It's so promising that I still kind of think I want one, but I'll settle for the baseball gap.
No, get one.
Pencil pusher out. I'm the Craig Ingram of Watching Walford.
Craig Rebelhorn.
Most promising. Patrick being back. It was a really, really nice, heartfelt scene between him and Denise, and unfortunately, it felt overshadowed. I don't know. It's like EastEnders could be this beautiful 1,000-year-old oak tree, but they just start filling it with fucking fake flowers, and it's like, well, this is kind of ruining away from the grandeur. You're just filling it around with shit. So like, stop doing it. Just appreciate the beauty of it. Don't try and one up it or make it better. Like before, we just had the oak tree. Now you've got a bunch of fucking flamingos around it. Take the fucking flamingos away. Sit the fuck down and stop trying to add shit to something that's not broken.
I mean, I have a slightly political reference to this that would make a bit more sense. It's like when Jackie Kennedy planted that rose garden at the White House, and basically the current president went, "We don't fucking need that," and basically just put cement over it. Like, but they got a beautiful rose garden there, like that Jackie Kennedy planted for her husband. No fucking, don't fucking cement it over there, lad. Just because you're in the White House thinking you can change stuff. You're only there for 4 years. Well, at the moment, until he changes the law. Still, do wanna do?
I am amazed it somehow came back to Trump.
I try not to say his
Fucking
name. It's like
derangement
Voldemort.
syndrome over it.
Yeah, I will.
Um,
I will say, do you ever see those people cosplaying as Jackie Kennedy, but specifically the moment after her husband like dies?
no.
Yeah, people generally do that. But also, people also just look at Jackie Kennedy and go, "She did have a fine ass, though, didn't she?" Yeah. Hey, maybe it's not the time, lads, but Piggy, she had a fine ass. Okay, yeah, yeah. The Anthony Truman Award, the most wouldn't. Me when I saw Jackie Kennedy's
You.
ass. What did you say?
I said you.
Thank you.
Or alternatively, just Craig Ingram and his fucking lack of character completely. Like, don't ruin. Like, this is genuinely a great character in Hollyoaks, and I get it, it's not Hollyoaks. You can't just make him the same character here, but fucking hell, give him something to do.
And underrated. Oh, fucking. Uh,
Louis,
I'll go Amy. Amy. Or Ricky. Amy and Ricky, the double act that we didn't know we needed. And who needs slapping down? The BBC for saying weed is bad. So that's basically what they did in the episodes when they found out Nuggets like supplying weed. How dare you sell this illegal substance? Yeah, it's weed. It's not fucking heroin. It'll be fine. Like, Will's not like, oh, I've done weed. I'm going to try fucking crack next. I don't think it works like that. Well, you can if you want, but I don't think it works like that. Yeah, yeah.
um,
I've just tried weed. You know what I'll try? Fucking black tar heroin. How about that? That'll be fucking great, wouldn't it?
um, who needs slapping down? Yeah, just the Joel stuff, man. Like they've written it so clumsy, and like just wait a year, give it a year. Don't do it in 6 months. Like if I, it's like I kind of frame as half Christmas. If I ruin Christmas by fighting with everyone, and then I go, "Don't worry, guys, we're gonna redo Christmas in a week." It's like, oh, I've clearly not forgotten about all the shit you pulled a week ago. Fuck you. Just give it more time. I know that you wanted Max Murray back, and I get it, but like it's not been long enough to do this yet. You would just have to pull the plug, unfortunately. Like you make everybody an asshole for this storyline. Everybody involved is a prick, including Ross, including Vicky, including Joel, including everyone. Everyone's an asshole in this, and nobody comes up smelling of roses. It's ridiculous. Like, why have you forced all these characters into this little fucking? Why have you forced this plot line, which should have taken way longer to do, over a year or two? And then you've just forced it into the square hole when it's a circle. Like it just doesn't fit. It just doesn't work. So stop doing it.
Yeah, shout out Max Murray. Love Max Murray over here. I just love saying his name like that. I just love saying his name like that. But yeah, I'll move on now to the favourite segment where you people give us money to shout you out. So if you want to be shouted out, you can join our channel for as little as £1, and you will too get shouted out as I just very quickly switch the Brave tabs to Google Docs and then just type in YouTube Studio. There we go. How have you been, Ash? How have you been?
I've been reading
That's good. That's good. No, who else is reading?
you
Yeah, when I
reading
read these
names.
memberships out. Let me just move my bloody camera a little bit. Just want to say before I fully get that membership, thank you all who watch the channel. I know we're a little grumpy, but I hope you enjoy it. Anyways, now to the members. To the members.
I like how halfway through we got really sleepy in the middle, and then you started ranting. I went, "Oh shit, I better pay attention now." And then I ranted. Now we're fucking wired up to the gills. Like it's ridiculous.
Will we start doing 5 ECWs after this? No, but
No.
I've taken a big fat Pat Butcher, and I'm big now. I'm hyped. Let us know terrible names for drugs down below. Pat Butcher's definitely up there. Barry from EastEnders is another one. But anyways, Man United 9802 have been here for 16 days at time of recording. Claire Ryan 6066 has been here for 19 days at time of recording. JX Brenner 225 has been here for 2 months. Aiden 17 has been here for 2 months. Leo Burton 7702 has been here for 2 months. Milkbox has been here for 4 months. And the Rivet, or not the Rivets, Ollie Kingston 7530 has been here for 7 months. And in the lead in the watches tier at 17 months is the Rivets, followed by Sobriety and Solace at 9 months, followed by Luke the EastEnders Archivist at 6 months, no, it's 16, and ST Cricket Fan at 6 months, and Dizzy Flora. So yeah, take it away, Ash.
Oh, of course, we always appreciate the members, and they do support us directly. I always try to find a slightly different angle for this one, but I do just want to, probably going to stay quite normal. Obviously, supporting us directly, whether it be through memberships or by merch, which people have talked about. But I'm not going to plug it too heavily since we had like a 5-minute segment talking about the merch. But
Great merch though.
it's a nice way to give us that. Sometimes it can be very easy to get a bit lost in the shuffle and feel like you are shouting into the void. Like, as I always mentioned this, not too long ago, I was feeling a little bit checked out generally, and then people went, "Hey, you should keep, are you still doing Hollyoaks stuff?" And I went, "Oh yeah, shit, I should probably do this." And then they were quite generous, and then that gave me the extra boost to like get back on top of it and kind of like find my voice again. Because sometimes after you do record 733 100 videos talking about why Ben Wadey is shit, and you have to try differentiate it slightly despite the main critiques being the same. Sometimes you do just start phoning it in a little bit because we are still doing it in our free time. Like it's not like we're getting paid like beautiful salaries every year to do this job. We are just doing it predominantly in all our free time. So, but sometimes you just need that extra bit of boost, and traditionally that's what the members do. The members do give us that extra bit of the extra reason to remember and the extra reason to kind of like keep ourselves together, to not lose our box. Like for sure, and especially at a time like this podcast's been going on for 188 weeks, and I was here for like 170 of them, but at least, but especially in the early days when I had pretty more like quite a tumultuous like, a lot of bad shit happening in my personal life. It was always a good thing to be here for the podcast, so I had something to like keep my shit together for. So it's like I could go off the rails, but I should probably not because we have to record the podcast on Thursday. So it's always something that's, we may not necessarily look forward to the podcast because it does typically go long, and we do typically complain about it at this point in time. But it's something to like keep my shit together for. I'm sure it works with Piggy. So yeah, we do appreciate the members. All that to say, yeah, I do want to briefly. I do want to talk about reading a little bit. I've been reading. I've been doing the reading.
Just go to the outro. And this is now the outro. So go ahead.
So I've been doing a lot of reading lately. I think I'm on my 5th book. It was kind of weird where I think it's like 9 months ago. I should actually just look up when I bought the book. But a while ago, like a good year or two ago, I bought Puxby and Wallflower, which I liked as a movie. And then I always kind of wondered why the book, I wonder how the adaptation was, because obviously book to movie adaptation is always something of a questionable topic. And then shortly after, I bought Heaven, which is a Heaven by Meiko Kawakami. I bought that in February, and then I didn't touch it for 6 months. And out of nowhere, I decided, fuck it, time to read. I'm going to have a read of Heaven. And, sometimes when you put a book down, you kind of enthuse. You're like, oh, fuck. So I didn't even know whether I particularly liked that book or not, but I had to think about it. I had to like try figure out where I sat with it. And then we kind of like went, hey, you should go to the library. And then we went to charity shop, got a book. Then I read the book How to Kill Your Family, which is an awkward book to talk about with that sort of name. But you know, especially since I'm making dodgy glances at my family whilst reading it, making them feel a little bit sketched out, of course. But then read that, kind of got enthused, and then I got myself a library card, you know, a proud library card carrying man. Then I read Never Saw Me Coming, and then I read a book called Consent, and now I'm reading both a mixture of Game of Thrones, A Song of Ice and Fire, Book 1, and I'm rereading Lord of the Flies, which I've not touched since I was like 16. So, yeah, it's been fun, honestly. It's been fun to re-find like a passion, because I used to read a good chunk, but then I kind of fell away from it. But no, it's been quite nice. It's a nice little peaceful break. It's nice. I don't know. It's just reading's cool. It's a simple matter of fact. I like reading. Reading's fun. If you have read in the past but you've fallen out of it, you know, take the risk, grab a book, see if you can get back into it, because it's a really fun way to test your brain and not just waste away. But yeah, do like reading.
Sorry, I
That's all I'm
know.
going to say, really.
I was listening, but I was trying to put this toy together.
Yeah, go on, mate.
Because I never opened the Kinder Egg, but I can't put it together because I'm dyslexic and it's confusing me. But yeah. I've never really been one to read. I've read comics on my Kindle because I have Kindle on my phone. But because I know, like, I know I'm one of those wanky fuckers like, oh, physical media is the best way, which it is, because again you could read a book and then Amazon or insert book company can be like, well, we know you enjoy that book, but how about no? So I should get back into reading, but I like listening to music. Obviously my one book I always recommend is Of Mice and Men, which is a running joke on this channel. Just think about the books, Lenny. Just think about the books. And I do recommend Of Mice and Men. I would also recommend To Kill a Mockingbird, because To Kill a Mockingbird is a book where Harper Lee wrote it and like did to do my meme Absolute Cinema, and then literally never wrote a book again. And then when she died, her estate went, actually, we do have an original draft of To Kill a Mockingbird that we're going to publish. And it's just like, okay, did Harper Lee sign off on this? No. But it's okay because she's old and she doesn't remember. That's a bit scummy. That's a bit scummy. But that's how I remember it going. They basically, there was an entire, like, not lawsuit, but there was an entire argument between Harper Lee and like her like publishers, because she wrote one book and then she went, I don't think I ever have to write a book again, to be honest. And didn't really. Well, unless you, I don't really count the To Kill a Mockingbird. I don't really count the To Kill a Mockingbird sequel as sequel, because it's not a sequel; it's an earlier draft of the book. But it's a fantastic book. I love Boo and To Kill a Mockingbird. Again, problem with Of Mice and Men and To Kill a Mockingbird is the questionable wording. But if you can get over that, then fair enough. Bob's your uncle. Did I read any other books when I was a kid? I definitely read a Rick and Morty comic book. The difference between man and child. So I remember coming home from school one day, and I bought me this Rick and Morty book, because I used to love the TV show. I don't know where that book is now, honestly. I don't know where it is. It probably got fucked out when the house was sold. Or maybe the new owner picked it up and went, I like this guy. He's a pickle. He's a pickle, Morty. I don't know. I did used to buy the Simpsons Beano, the Simpsons comic books as well, because there used to be a book sale every Christmas in my old primary school. There was a bookshop as well in my old primary school as well, or not a bookshop in the primary school, but there's a bookshop as well. So I used to go down there and look at all the novels, not novels, but all the comic books. Going, I could probably read that because I like reading comic books. The comic books I have read is the Life is Strange one, which just like here, I have the Dermot Dolan. Fucking anytime my Life is Strange fan comes up to me and it's like, who's your favorite character? And they go, oh, you're going to say Max, Chloe, Rachel? Tristan. Who the fuck is Tristan? He's a character from the
Mm.
comics. Get fucked. So I do typically do that. But yeah, I do recommend reading it, whether it's comic books. And I'm not going to be one of those wanky twats that, like, if you read a comic book, you're not actually reading. You're still reading. Like, if you
I mean,
listen,
some people like pictures, man.
yeah.
Like some people can't visualize stuff, so you know,
Again, it's also
it's
like
still a story. It's still fiction.
it's the same people who get mad if, like, if you listen to an audiobook, it's not the same as reading a book. Who are you to decide? Because maybe some people, just like me, are not good at reading, so they need someone to talk to them about how to, like, how like,
I mean,
maybe.
I kind of had the idea where I was going to listen to the Game of Thrones audiobook on Spotify, but through listening to a ton of it and then kind of picking it up with the actual book, it's just like, huh, I can actually think of the narrator's voices of these characters whilst reading, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, again, I've no problem with people who listen to audiobooks, because I'm not one of those wanky fuckers being like, well, if you listen to the audiobook, you're not actually enjoying the book. Yeah, who cares? The only other book I've really read, and I haven't finished it, but it's an autobiography by, obviously, one of my favorite bands, Blink-182, Mark Hoppus. I've read most of it. I haven't got to the Blink breakup era yet, and plus he doesn't really talk about his side project Plus 44, which upsets me, because that's a fantastic album, and it's one of my favorite Blink side projects. I know there's only three, but one of my favorites. And yeah, I've read that now. I've read that. Well, my book again. The only other autobiography I've read is Shane Dawson's.
Okay, why would you do that to yourself?
I was just in secondary school. I picked up his second novel. I got it. I read it, and then I immediately gave it to my cousin, who gave it to his ex-girlfriend. Oh, well, I don't.
Someone say it
They
was the
just.
writing on the wall.
It was just sat in my room, right? And then they pick it up and they go, I'll just say her name's Chloe. Why not? And then obviously my cousin goes, Chloe, you like Shane Dawson, don't you? And yeah, Chloe goes, yeah. And then they go, Piggy, do you mind if I give this girl the book? And I go, sure, go ahead. I went, all right, fair enough. And I did. Did I read any other books past that? I don't think I have. Obviously, one book that I kept reading the demo of was the DX book, the D Generation X book. So I couldn't afford the real book on Google Play Store, so I just read the demo of it. Yeah. And it was
Fair
obviously
enough.
that 2009 year. I was like, oh, Sean, Tate DiBiase and Cody Rhodes, they ride in the same car together, gaybos. And it's like, oh, but they don't obviously say gaybos, but it's very much that 2000s, like late 2000s humor. Like, they sleep in the same room together. Who would do that? It's like, fuck off. Um, Let me just very quickly remember any other books I remember reading before I sign you off, lads. Um, I believe I wanted to get into anime books, but I never did. I never did. I mean, I think it's Barnes and Noble in the UK, or I don't know
Yeah.
what bookshop it is, but in the duty free in the airport, I always think about picking up a book and just reading on the fly. But I get very awkward on flights, because obviously I know you've never really been on an airplane, but obviously I get very
No.
weird on an airplane, because you're obviously if you don't know, I'm a bit of a big guy, like height wise and stomach wise. So obviously I'm just cramped in like this, and I don't
Yeah,
really,
yeah,
because you don't really want to move in case you hit someone, or so you really
yeah,
just
yeah,
sat like this for an hour, like when I go into the UK. So I'm like, I don't
yeah.
really know if I want to read. Obviously, when I'm with Nye, it's easier, because he'll start nudging me, going, "Hey, look, son, that's where you said it's Scotland, but it's not actually Scotland. It's fucking Manchester, you daft twat." Because I don't know if you don't know, that was a genuine conversation we had one time, where we were coming back in August last year from England, and I said, "Is that Scotland now?" And he goes, "So that's not fucking Scotland. Scotland's at the other side of England. What are you
Yeah.
on about?" So yeah, I've always debated reading a book on a plane. I've also debated listening to music on a plane, but they always say don't use Bluetooth headphones, and I'm scared if I use Bluetooth headphones, the plane will crash. So there you go. Just
Oh,
sorry for this.
yeah,
Sorry,
fair enough.
sorry for this deep dive. But yeah, there you go. There's all the books I've read. Um,
Fair enough.
I
Yeah, I
do.
kind of like we've acted. Well, it's kind of weird because my sister kind of nudged me into like, you know, you if you enjoy it, you should try and read more. and so we all went to the library, and got the book. And then I've kind of nudged my brother into reading, so now we've got an unofficial book club going on, which is quite fun. We've all nudged each other to get back into reading.
The other brother
But
Phil's left
I
out.
love I love the library as man. The library's fucking sick. Library's my sort of place. Everybody's scared about looking you in the eye.
See, the problem.
No eye contact, no conversation. Let me stand there and look at the shelf I picked of the books I like, and I'm just gonna pick out books and have like a little. I call it like I go scouting, which sounds ridiculous because I'm just looking at books to see which ones I want to read. But I'm on a scouting mission. I'm there like, all right, put that on the list. Put that one on the list, and I've just exponentially grown the amount of books that I want to read.
The problem I have is my library's like on the other side of town. So I can't really go to it because it's across the road from the Chinese. So I just know I'd go down to the library, but I'd end up going nipping into the Chinese. I believe it's a Panda Inn. Fucking, I'd be like, well, I came to kill a mockingbird, but I got a fucking spice bag instead. How about that, son?
I mean, to be fair, I kind of went. I should probably just. Well, usually I just go to Co-op and get some food,
Yeah.
But instead of doing that, I'm just going to the library. So
bring the food
fucking
into
jobs
the
are good then.
library and then just read a book and you're awkwardly chewing
Nah, I'm good, thanks.
your El Chocolat.
Me with a fucking croissant, just fucking all crumbs all over the book. Sacrilege! How dare you?
Just eating your El Chocolat
Blasphemy.
and you're like, delicious.
My El Chocolat.
Yeah, El Chocolat.
Oh, chocolat.
Chocolat.
He's missing the pain.
But yeah, I recommend reading to people who want to read. And if you're blind, listen to an audiobook. And if you're deaf, look at a book, I guess. Would be my answer. Yeah, we'll see you next time. And if you want to see us doing book clubs, we'll fucking do a book club. You can all join us. See you next time. Bye bye. Bye bye.